Recording in progress. Ooh, the boy looks handsome. Let us see. Danny is here. Little bit of a week in it. Hello, hello, Danny. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. Um, I'm just waiting for people to join in. We can get this meeting started. Um, there he is. There he is. And if nobody else comes, it's just you and me. We're gonna have a one-on-one convo, and I'll send it out to everybody else, and they'll see what they missed out on. You're muted. I have everybody muted, but let's see. We have more people coming in, and so the reason is I just have everybody muted, and then when I get to each person, you've seen the recordings. We chit chat here and there, but if you want to unmute yourself, make sure I could hear you. Give me a little hello, hello. I can't hear anything. I think Gene.
Let's see what's going on here.
I can hear you now, Danny. Thank you for the mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Oh,
Mic.
she's delayed. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you as well. Had a couple people answer the questionnaires, so I'm gonna give them a couple of minutes. So I will just start today's coaching call with some jargon as we wait for everybody to come in. This weekend, your boy, I we all know I'm moving to Florida. And so I've just been spending some time these past few weeks visiting friends and family. So this weekend I saw some family members on Thursday. I saw some family members yesterday, little birthday party. I'm in a car. I didn't leave it. I just left the restaurant. It's my little brother's birthday party. But I gotta have the call with the drip fam. Especially because, these have been the first couple calls with the whole group coaching calls, and I really want to have that established as like a pillar of the coaching program. So as we get started, as we transition to Florida, just expect some more structure. So I know you guys have been loving the coaching program thus far, but the plan is to build it up so that's better for you guys, better for new clients. And I guess I'll just send you a thank you just for bearing with me, your patience, your trust. I love supporting you guys, but I'm working on it. I'm working on getting better, which I've had a conversation before about just being a better coach, being the coach I can for you guys. And you have my promise that it will only get better when I take this full time. I'll have more time to spend with you guys, spend checking up on you, updating plans, putting more effort into the coaching calls as we go. But I just wanted to add this as, the element of togetherness. If it's just us two tonight, cool with me. We could have a more in-depth conversation. I'll go through and I'll look at all the responses from everybody else, but I don't want to delay too much. If people come in, I'll add them. So today, again, the very beginning stages of the coaching calls, we'll get them established soon. You have my word. We'll have like 15 plus people in these coaching calls. It's gonna be booming. All right. If you what is it? Build a house and they will come, right? You heard that saying before? All right, okay. So then with that, I'm gonna start and I'm just gonna look at the questionnaires. And so just going off of the order in which they came in, Jamie's came in first. So, Jamie, can you please go unmute yourself, share some wins, 1 or 2 wins from the week, and then hit me with any questions. If not, I'll just get to the one from the questionnaire.
Okay. So my only question is the one I sent in the questionnaire.
Okay.
Um, as far as wins, I did a good job with eating. And I did a decent job with gym time.
Okay.
I would have liked to have done better with gym time, but I'm still putting in the work, so I'm not gonna be disappointed in myself. Um, yeah, those are my wins.
All right. So now questions, right? So we've been able to get all our meals in. You've been eating, so that's good. Now,
Yes.
when you say you haven't hit, your gym time for the week, what did you want to do and what did you do?
I wanted to get at least two full body workouts, but I feel like at this point I need to bump that up to more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I want to get more full body workouts. I feel like by the time I get done with work and I get home and I'm like, I just want to go for a walk. I don't want to go to the gym and put all that work in, So I've gotten a decent amount of cardio in.
Okay.
I went to a couple aerobics classes with one of my friends. But I do want to focus this week more on getting the full body workout, at least three.
Okay. So what I really like is the fact that you're not allowing yourself to be disappointed in yourself. Because if you told me, and Danny's listening to, if you told us, right, that you didn't get your workouts in and you did absolutely nothing, I would have been like, okay, we have the do something fail safe. So if you get home and you realize you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to follow your plan, I say go do something. And if you got your walks in, and then you also got the aerobics classes in on top of that, that's more than a win. Because of course you want to do the workouts more and more, but this journey is all about moving your body. And so, one, you're building consistency because you're telling yourself that you're getting in some type of movement, even though you don't want to go to the gym. You understand that, right?
I do.
Okay, so that's really good because what it's gonna come down to is when we look back on this time, right? So I'm all about living in the moment, being where you are today. But when we look back on, the middle of February, how things are going, you're not gonna think, oh man, I didn't get in this many workouts that week. You're gonna look back and be like, damn, I went walking, I did aerobics, and I got some workouts in that week. It's like that's why I talk about wins and how even though they may seem small now, you're not worried about how well the workout was later down the line. All that matters is that you got something done, right? Because if we think back to our old selves, which I think back to often, he was coming home, eating chips, playing video games, and not doing anything. So coming
Mhm.
home after being exhausted and not wanting to go to the gym and defaulting to a walk is a win because you're building that discipline and telling your the subconscious mind you're putting in work. So does that change your viewpoint around how last week went a little bit at least?
It does. Yeah, it
Okay. All
does.
right.
I were down on myself, but I was slightly. So yeah, I mean, the encouragement is always great.
So it sounds like a great week to me because I know some days when I don't want to go and I sometimes skip even as your coach. It happens. Seeing that you didn't want to go, you got it done, that's okay. And you know what? The fact that you set the bar for this week and when it comes to your workouts, we now have a goal. So if you want to go three, you now have three. You know what you want to do. Focus on that and get it done, you know?
Yeah.
And so good with the food. And so your question is, do you think bicycling burns as many calories as walking, jogging? And so when it comes to calorie burns, you can burn the same amount of calories doing anything, either thing, right? And so I think a couple weeks ago we were having a conversation about like the best cardio, right? And the best cardio, which is that's what these three are, bicycling, walking and jogging. The best one comes down to whatever you want to do. So if you would like to switch up bicycling instead of walking and jogging, that's good, right? So when it comes to burning calories, right? Our workouts, so whether we're weightlifting or doing some type of cardio and you burn like your watch says or something says you burned 500 calories today. When I have you on your meal plan, right? Your body burns 2000 something calories or I don't know I don't have it on top of my mind what your calorie burn is for the day, but your body burns way more calories than whatever you're burning in that exercise. And so when it comes to what we're after, which is the fat loss and all of that, that really comes down to staying in our calorie deficit, so eating less calories than we burn each day. And then your truly your cardio and your workouts are for cardiovascular health, so making sure your heart is good, and then building muscle, right? And so when you build the muscle, that's with the full body workouts, even the aerobics, you change your body composition. So it's not like, so as a coach, this is not how I operate, where you're gonna sign up with me and we're gonna burn all that fat off and fat loss, fat loss, fat loss. The thing is, we're gonna change your body composition, make your body have more muscle, not make you bulky or anything like that. But when your body has more muscle, your body burns more calories by simply doing nothing. So as we're all sitting here, I'm burning calories, Danny's burning calories, you're burning calories. When you have more muscle within your body, you burn more calories. Does that make sense? Like you have a higher calorie burning rate. So when you're doing your workouts, yes, you are burning calories, but the true goal, the real weight loss comes from changing your body composition and your metabolism so your body burns more calories. Am I making sense? Thumbs up. Okay. And so when it comes to burning calories with walking or jogging, it all depends on your intensity. You could walk at a super high incline, you could jog at a fast pace, you could cycle with a high resistance, and it all depends on like the time that you spend doing each. And so as a follow-up question, can I just ask why you ask so I can see what I could say about that?
Just because once the weather gets warmer, I have a really awesome like trail right outside my door. And I was considering getting a bike, but I've always just thought, oh, I'm not burning enough calories if I'm riding a bike because I'm sitting there and all I'm doing is moving my legs.
Okay,
I-
Jimmy,
But
go get the bike. I I love the bike. So my favorite cardio will always be the stairs. Can't take that away from me. Stairs gets me going, okay? But I got a bike from a coworker, got a bike for free, and I would bike during lunch. I would do like 10 miles, and it's just so fun. You can go so fast. You are burning calories on the bike. And if you're like, the trail's nice, you want to get the bike, I'm all for it, okay? So yeah, don't worry about the calorie burn. You will be, it's I would say bicycling, whether you are doing it on the trail or doing it on a machine, it's like it's equal and or more. It all depends on the intensity. So I would say do it. You're not just sitting there moving your legs, you're bracing your core, whether you know it or not. There's a lot of calorie burn in the bicycling. All right. Anything else? Any topics? Any discussions?
um, no, I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. So boom. We'll end here. Thank you. I'll move on to Danny, right? And then there's some people that replied but then couldn't come. So I'll answer their questions after yours, Danny. Boom. Oh, he came. He's coming. Here is Montanez. So he had a question. He answered the questionnaire. We'll get to his questions when, he's done. But Danny, we're going to go to you, right? So please unmute yourself. Share one or two wins from the week. Welcome, Montanez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are happy to have you here. Um, Share some two wins for the week. And then I see you have some conversation topics on the questionnaire that we can get to. But let's go. Let's hear the wins, Danny.
Um, the wins actually, after listening to your conversation with Jamie, are a lot greater than what I thought they were. Because what had happened was I picked up a little delivery job this week, helping a friend of mine deliver love or the Valentine's Day gifts and stuff like that for edible arrangements. And I ran around ragged for like 3 days, and I actually didn't count that as movement. But in reality, I was in my car 8 to 10 hours running up to people's porches, making deliveries all day for 3 days straight. And no wonder why I was exhausted. But that was my win for the week, was just spreading the love, I guess.
Okay, okay. We like it. Anything else? Any other wins we can think of?
I didn't make it to the gym as much as I wanted to, but then, like I said, listening to your conversation with Jamie, I'm like, okay, I did get my stuff in. I just didn't do it the way I'm used to doing it, which is driving to the gym and working out and then coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I got there once and I did a lot of snow shoveling because it snowed like crazy up here
That
in
also
Vancouver.
counts. That also
Yeah.
counts.
Believe me, I key it in.
All right.
So I actually got a full week of workout out in without actually making it to the gym. So it was good.
Good, good. We like it. And so, we like to have a routine of following the gym. We know we go at this time, we do this, that. But, for us, no disrespect, I call us regular people. We're not bodybuilders. We're not in any type of competition, anything crazy like that. For us, we just want to be healthy, live long, live happy, right? And so the gym is definitely, a source of exercise for us. But if all of us are just moving our bodies, right? Imagine, the previous version of yourself that wasn't doing any of that, right? So I
Mhm.
often, like when I post on my Instagrams, I always show, the previous version of myself. So I see that reminder often. Like I know what he was doing, and it was absolutely nothing. He was eating whatever he wanted. He wasn't doing any type of exercise. So if I even this far into my journey, if I went on an hour walk today and I was like, boom, there's my movement. I got my movement in for the day. I'm not gonna go to the gym. And the thing is, once we're already on this journey, we're staying on it. And so I know that I've quit on myself multiple times. I think you guys have as well. That's why we're working together, right? We're here now, right? We've put in some type of work. We know where our threshold is, and we can maintain it and push it up a little bit more. So when it comes to missing workouts, don't feel down about missing the workouts. Celebrate that you did more than just work out this week. And guess what? The gym's always going to be there. It's always going to as long as we're alive, we have an opportunity to improve, to get better, to come back to it. And so when you have these okay weeks where you're not really getting your workouts in, that's completely okay because you will come back to it. I, as your coach, know that you will come back to it. I just need you to understand, always have in the back of your mind, no matter what happens on your journey, you're always going to come back to it. And I know Montanez knows all about that because there was a whole period where we like nothing happened. And look, my man is back and I'm telling you, he's not, he probably won't be as hyped, but Montanez is killing it. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. I just say that to say, Danny, even though you didn't have your routine as you liked it, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. And boom, you
Mhm.
got movement in, you should be proud of it, and we'll go from there, right? And so
You know
with
what?
your,
It
go ahead.
now it makes sense why I was so exhausted on Friday.
That's it. You know what? And you know what? And sometimes it's hard for us to realize that, right? I ran my marathon on a Sunday. Monday came around, I'm in Tampa, right? And it's like, it's just the day after the marathon. I'm like, I'm on vacation. I should really go out, have a good time, meet people. But I'm like, I'm tired as hell. Why am I so tired? I realized I ran a marathon the day before. So
Yeah,
same, Danny, literally same.
yeah,
Sometimes we
literally.
overexert ourselves and don't know about it. Okay. And
Yes,
so,
sir.
with your question, do you have any questions besides the one that you wrote down? And the one you wrote down, are you okay with me discussing it with everybody?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really have any more questions because I actually just from your conversation with Jamie, I picked up a lot. Realizing that the movement throughout the week was more than I was doing in the past. You know, because I've been retired for 3 years and sitting at home doing nothing all day was kind of killing it. Yeah. But the thing is, like, I get that, like, if I don't make it to the gym, I kind of get a little hard on myself because I love going to the gym now. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because the workouts, like, I'm pushing over 200 on the bench press, which I started at like a maybe a buck 35, if that. And it's been only several months, and I'm already at 205.
Yep.
Which, you know, if I had a spotter, I'd probably be at two and a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but even like all around gym, I feel I'm getting stronger. Like this week's pictures, I looked at my back and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Sorry, excuse my French,
I
but my
curse,
back
I
is
curse. It's
huge.
all good.
But like in that picture, I'm like, "Who is that? That back is huge." Now,
Mm-hmm.
if I could just get that gut down a little better,
Ah,
we'd be all right.
ah,
I know, I get it.
ah,
I
ah,
know, I know, I know. I'm working on the cardio. I got you. I'm just trying to. It's a joke. Don't relax. It's all
Okay.
good.
Hey, well, I'm coach. Um, so like when it comes to the body fat, that's what we're after. That's why we're here. Even
Mhm.
me, I'm still trying to lower my body fat. I cannot stress this enough. it comes down to your calorie deficit. It's your eating. There's no exercise, there's no workout that can target your stomach area or any other fat that you have on your body. It is a combination of working out, like I told Jamie, build that muscle and then burn
Mhm.
calories, right? The cardio, that's for your health, right? You burn calories when you do it, but you also burn calories when you work out. So when I say if you ain't dripping, you tripping, I'm literally sweating during my workouts. So make sure you're doing that, breaking down the muscles. My stomach is still here. Like it's kind of like the last thing to go for me. So it's just stay on the path. That is the only surefire way to achieve what you're after, right? And then
Gotcha.
to get to your question, I'm just gonna read it and then discuss it a little bit, okay? So you say, right? Yeah, okay. I understand that the journey is mine and the results will depend on my effort on my part to live a healthy lifestyle. What keeps you motivated and keeps you focused? I tend to get frustrated when I bust my ass and don't see any movement on the scale. I know I shouldn't be focused on the scale, but I really need to get my weight down. So there was a lot in there. I love it, right? And so so briefly, I'm gonna ask a question back to you and then I'll get to my answer, right? Why do you need to get your weight down? Because that's how you ended it. I really need to get my weight down. Why do you need to get your weight down?
Uh, my last medical appointment, I had high blood pressure, and he's on me about my weight.
Okay. He's on you about your weight, but
Yeah.
why do you need to get your weight down?
Well, so I can be healthier and have a better well, just be healthier, period, for
Okay,
myself. But I need to get that blood pressure down too.
of course. So to give everybody here a story as well, I was diagnosed as I got blood work done, pre-diabetic, pre-hypertension. So I was there. I was like where you were as well, and it's like if that's not enough to like keep you focused, keep you motivated, we could discuss some things. So what you can do, right, is if you really want like the reminder, you want the focus, like how do I do it, right? I would recommend this. And like it seems rudimentary, but it does a lot, right? You can grab a piece of paper, right? I am pre-diabetic, right? On it. Or pre high blood pressure, right? That's what it was.
Yes.
All right. You can write pre-high blood pressure and you can put it somewhere you see it every day, right? And so it's not supposed to be like a ghost or something to haunt you, but just as a reminder, like this is kind of why you're here. It's why you're doing this, right? And then
Mhm.
next to it, if you really want to, you can put a picture of that nephew, basketball playing nephew, right next to it. So every day you have a reminder, not to scare you, but I'm pre-high blood pressure, and boom, there's my nephew who loves me, and I would love to see him continue his life, grow and do and pour into him. And so if you want like a reminder to stay focused, to stay on it, wherever you see that thing every day, whether it's the bathroom mirror, the kitchen, the fridge, just put yourself a note. So like something that me and my friends did in college, we would get a big piece of paper, write an A on it, right? And so every day when we left the dorm, we saw that A, and that was a reminder that we have to work hard to get the A in those classes. So it's like just a daily reminder that this is what you need to do, right? And then when you don't see any movement on the scale, right? So you kind of answered your question, right? For I think 4 months in a row, I was 240 pounds, right? 240.2, 240.6, 240.1, right? It was changing, right? And had I not been taking progress photos, I would have seen no change. And I was like, this is futile. Nothing's working. Why am I still here? But I was taking progress photos and I was seeing that I had some changes through those 4 months. I also saw that I was stronger as I was going. So you're noticing that you're stronger. You're noticing that your back looks bigger. That scale may not be going down, but you are improving in other ways that doesn't relate to that scale. The scale will
Mhm.
go down, right? The results, the after that we're after, is just the icing on the cake. So like the healthy lifestyle is being able to be strong, being able to fit in the clothes differently. People start noticing maybe you look a little different, right? So when it comes to staying focused, it's just keeping track of all the wins. So the small wins I ask for each week, those are big wins. The scale will go down, right? Because Danny, we're having just a little bit of leeway with the nutrition right now. Just staying on top of that, the snacks, whatever it is that you're going through with the food. But right, you're kind of gonna get to a point where it's like, all right, it's time to take this thing so serious. And then you have a week where you're like on it, on it, on it, and you're like, boom, lost 2 pounds. Then you're gonna do it again. Boom, lost 1 pound. And you'll find kind of for yourself what works and what doesn't when it comes to the scale. But so long as you're going to the gym, you're getting stronger and you're noticing different wins, we're not solely focused on the number on the scale because it doesn't tell the whole story. All right. So
Gotcha.
I'm making sense with that.
Yes, sir.
And so it's just being proud of yourself for being here each week. That's what keeps you focused because, when I started in 2020, the gyms closed and I was like, fuck, I have to keep this going. I told myself this is the time that it's going to work because I had tried and quit since 2017. And then from there, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, keep going. And that's what it comes down to. Do it when you don't want to do it. You got to do what you hate and do it like you love it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Talk to me. Anything else? Any comments on that or anything else?
I did oh, what's the name of the group? The
You got
accountability group. I
Mhm.
posted a couple things on there,
Let's
and
go.
as I progress and as I make it to the gym, I'll start keep posting and the meal planning and all the jazz, which is what the group is intended for.
Yes, please do. I was gonna
So
make an announcement about that. I appreciate it.
yeah, I put 2 posts on there today. I saw the stuff that you have on there. But yeah, moving forward.
Good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get that going. Again, just like the coaching calls, that's new. I'm relying on you guys to make that, great and what it is. But I'll touch on that at the end, as well. But if you're good, I'm gonna
Yes,
move over
sir.
to Montanez, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Montanez, welcome, brother. So unmute yourself, tell us a win or two from the week, and then if you have any questions, which you didn't have on the form, if anything came up from the conversations you've just heard, let me know. But hit us with the 2 wins, all right?
I don't know if I had like multiple wins or whatnot. I will say that I didn't make it to the gym this week or whatnot, but the reason I didn't is because I was sick. So I had like cold and all that stuff. So I didn't want to go to the gym. But I continue to stay like in a calorie deficit, drinking a lot of water, like trying to eat healthy. Like honestly, no ordering out, none of that stuff this week. Even when I ordered my groceries, just pretty much clean, sticking to pretty much my diet, and I think so far it worked. Another 2.5 pounds down this week. So I mean, I'm like when I do see the scale and I'm like seeing it go down, and I'm doing just changing habits, even though I didn't make it to the gym or whatever, just still changing those habits and trying to stick through it, well, to it, and through it as I do get like cravings or wanting or even just trying to make healthier decisions. So I'll just say just more in tune with like making those conscious healthy decisions and keeping, with the goal of, hey, I want to not even just lose weight, but like really adapt this new lifestyle. So I would just say that overall has been a win for me in a sense. This week I am like fully back. I'm ready to go to the gym. I'm like, even on the days that I don't go to the gym, I want to like, as Danny was just saying, walking and like doing other things in place of it that may not be direct exercise, but like a little combination of fun and exercise as well, just to kind of get out. So just setting those goals and accomplish it. And that is for this week. So that's all I have to say as of now.
The man just says a whole plethora of wonderful things and says, that's all I have to say. That was
Oh, sorry.
That was wonderful, right? And so when you are sick, you've been in the calls where we've had other sick people. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. Don't go to the gym. Let your body focus on fighting whatever is going on because when you go to the gym, right, it breaks down your muscles. So now your body has to fight off a disease, build up your muscles, and try to function, the right way. So good job not going to the gym, sticking to your meal plan, staying hydrated. You said a whole bunch of key factors. I love it. And then the whole mental shift, like just like understanding that you are making the right decisions and the scale is just a counterpart to that. It's not you doing this for the scale, But when you make your good decisions, the scale will move. That's kind of how it goes. And boom, now that you had that whole week off from the gym, you're ready to go back. Because it's crazy. Both you and Danny are like, I love the gym. Who am I? Right? It's a new
Right.
thing, but it's like you now are like you're like, yo, I can't wait to go back to the gym. I feel better, and you're gonna come back. You may not be as strong. I don't know how it's gonna go, how the recovery is, right? But you have this. I don't like the word motivation because motivation gets you started. It doesn't get you going, but you just have this desire to go and perform and do something that was kind of taken away from you. And so now you're like, yo, I can't wait to get back. And so when you have a bad week, the same thing applies. You have a bad week and you miss the gym for whatever reason. You don't even have to be sick. All you have to do the next week to make it a little bit better is go to the gym, right? So now you have this kind of burning passion to get back in the gym. You saw what it was like to follow your nutrition plan for the week, and it's like, yo, what if I just keep doing this? What are my results gonna look like? What's life gonna look like? And you know what it looks like because we talked about that vision. And I
Right.
already know that the vision for you is getting a little clearer, a little bit clearer, a little bit clearer, like the person you want to become. So we have this idea of who we want to be and what that person does. And so just simply having that idea, you subconsciously or unconsciously just begin walking into that view, into that world, into that person. And I wish I could have you on a call with Montanez from 3 months ago and telling him where you're at now because same person, two different people. And I love it. I love all the observations you're having. And I think that's the most important part from all of you today, right? Is just being able to understand your journey as you're going through it instead of in hindsight, like, oh, actually, I was doing well. So the fact that you're able to take an audit of what's going on now for each of you and be like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good. You're not just gonna snap your fingers and become me or become like your favorite influencer that has their life together, it's great routine, right? We all have busy ass lives and we're all making it work. And this is even for myself, this is just the beginning. And so you guys are doing the groundwork. So the whole week off from being sick, but staying on top of it, wonderful. You also didn't have questions. Did anything come up that you want to discuss or
So,
talk about?
so actually, I wasn't gonna discuss this because I didn't know how to like I guess like kind of like embarrass a little bit about it, but um I haven't lived. I mean, even though I have started back since I've been in gym, but I haven't um did any bench pressing like since high school.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm like I mean, it's a little discouraging, like, you know what I'm saying, not seeing like how I used to be or what I used to be able to lift or whatever. So like what is the go like how can I don't know if it's necessarily movement. I don't know if I'm just not strong enough. I don't know if it's I just haven't done it in that way. But like as I'm doing them, of course, I'm feeling like all of like my entire like upper chest, middle chest, like everything is like in a sense tightening, not tightening, like screaming, I guess would be the word. As I'm doing it or past a certain point, but then I'm like, oh, I want to do like heavier weights, but then I'm like, I don't know if I want to do heavier weights because then I may not be able to reach the amount of reps in order to do it. So then it's just like, what is the balance between the two, and like what is challenging and is going to eventually show me or bring me progress versus if I should just do something that's just easy, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So with that, right? First off, just to preface everything for everyone, when I got to the gym in 2017, one of my first tries with losing weight, and I was bench pressing on the Smith machine, right? I was a Smith machine. I had 10 pounds on each side, and that was my workout. It was me in the gym pushing whatever that number is. So it was a very lightweight just to get myself started. But for you, now when it comes to your reps and then your strength, um, it's gonna be just rep ranges, right? So for most of my clients, because we're doing hypertrophy training, I have you on 12 reps, but we can call that a rep range. So it's 8 to 12. So if you can do 12 reps of a specific weight, right? I don't know what your weight is, but if you can do 12 reps of it on the first set, I ask that you add a 2.5 to each side or 5 to each side. And then the goal is 8 to 12. So you're not doing anything too much heavier than what you just did that you can't do more reps, right? And if you put it on and you get to 12 reps, add weight again, right? But then if you put on a weight, right, and you can get somewhere in between 8 to 12, so you get to 9, 10 reps, stay at that weight until you can get 12 reps. You only need to get 12 reps once. Then you add the 2.5 to each side, or if you're on the dumbbells, go up a set of dumbbells, or if you're on a machine, add the +5 or go to the next pin. You're not increasing your weight too much. You can still handle it with good form, but so long as you're in the 8 to 12, because 8 to 12, that's 4 reps. A lot could happen in 4 reps. So add the 2.5 if you could do 12, go for the 8 to 12 until you can get to 12. And then every time you get to 12 reps, add a little bit of weight, 8 to 12 range, and continue. That making sense?
Yeah, it does.
So when it comes to increasing your bench press, good. Your chest should be screaming. That's how it works. You're working it out. It should feel sore a little bit. But if you can get to 12, add 2.5 or 5 to each side. Aim for the 8 to 12, then work your way back up until the 12, and then continue. And that's how you'll see progress. And if you see one day you're feeling real strong, add a 10 on each side, and boom, if you can get 8, if you can get at least 8, that's your new working weight. And so you start with that. Okay?
Okay.
So it's gonna be a slow process and progress. I remember when I first got to like some weights, I couldn't even lift it up once. So 8 to 12, and we'll go from there. Just because we're focused on hypertrophy training and training with the intent to change our body composition. Now, if you were doing strength training or something else, it would be a much different story. But we're not just lifting weights to be strong. We're lifting weights to change our bodies. So it's not like a powerlifting competition. Like if you see bodybuilders versus, power lifters, they have two different looks. One super strong, one looks super strong. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
that's what we're going after. But great question. It makes sense with everybody, about the 8 to 12. All right, cool. Anything else, Montanez? Okay, cool. Now I have Marcus. He has work right now. That's why he's not with us. He said something he's proud of for the past week was working out Friday night at 7 p.m. after vacation and 2 days of work. So claps for him. That's what we like. His question is, will I have the mental toughness to do a workout after work if I miss a morning lift? What do I need to do to shut everything down and prepare for bed at 9 p.m. each night? Well, one, go to bed early, don't miss your lift, right? And then when it comes down to the mental toughness, that's as a coach, I can't do anything for you about that. It comes down to how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to stay consistent? Is it more important to relax after a long day of work or get the work done? Because, it's not going to be about how great was the workout. It's about, did I stick to my plan, stay consistent, and like use all the discipline I have in the world to make sure I get my shit done. And so if you miss a workout, that's okay. Just come back to it, right? But when you have those days where you miss the workout in the morning and you think about doing it in the evening, it's a win if you do it. And if you don't be too hard on yourself. Just make sure you get it done before the week is over. That makes sense for everybody else that's here. All right. And so when I send the recording to Marcus, he'll watch it. All right. And so that's all the questions that came in. Do either of you have anything they want to share with everybody before we end the call today? No, not at all. Okay, so I just had a couple announcements. So, you guys know I have the accountability group, and that's like a no pressure group. Just if you go to the gym, share a photo. If you cook a nice meal, Jamie, boom, share a photo. Look what I whipped up. Just to show everybody else, what you're doing. Motivate each other, celebrate any wins, interact with each other. If Danny posts something, Montanez be like, yo, good shit, Danny, blah, blah, blah. I'll be in there when I post my workouts, my meals. It's just a sense of community to get you guys going. This is the start of it, so we'll go with that. But I just wanted to make an announcement. I sent messages to everybody. Please be active in there. It's only there for your benefit to help you be accountable with more than just me. And then I also have a question, or I'm gonna reach out to a couple of you guys in the future. So I'm working on making my transition to do this full time. So I'm just gonna ask to hop on a call with some of you and just have like a testimonial review type of conversation so I can get clips of that and then just put that either on my website or Instagram. Now, thumbs up, would that be something you guys would be okay with to talk about, the benefits that you've got from the coaching program? Just so other like social reviews are like the biggest thing when it comes to people that work with other people. And so like a big thing is the transformations. You see up on people always posting transformations online, but it's like I want to show like just from your words, what it's like working with me so I can get more people to like, yo, that sounds like a dope program. So I'll be reaching out within the upcoming weeks. Life's a little hectic right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to put in my 2 weeks on Friday, and then I move 2 weeks from then. So I'm getting all that shit together. I have my wisdom teeth coming out on the 26th. Finally, whole lot's going on, but I do want to reach out at some point, have a call with a couple of you, just one on one, ask for just like a review type of thing. And then I just ask that you all be as active as you can in the accountability group. All right. All right. So thank you all for a great call this Sunday. I'll get this recording out to everybody. Um, get after it this week. Get dripping. Get your workouts done. Post in the group chat. And let's get after it. All right. Peace.